I actually bought this yesterday to look festive in today's video, but when I got home I was like, yes, I'm the type of person who don't check things like this beforehand at the store. Hey there beautiful faces and Merry Christmas! In today's video I'm going to talk about some Danish Christmas traditions because many of you have actually requested that. It is a bit different than your typical American Christmas we are all exposed to on television, but let's just get into it right now, shall we? In Denmark we begin accepting the Christmas feel when Tuborg launched their annual Christmas beer, or as we call it, julebryg. We call this day J-day because julebryg starts with a J. Logic. This launching party is always held on a Friday, so the Danes have all weekend to deal with their Christmas beer hangovers. So consider it. In the days December 1st up until December 24th, it is not hard to get the children out of bed in the morning in Denmark. Because in Denmark we have our fair share of little present Christmas calendars. It's very different which type of calendar each person gets, but I think it's safe to say that everyone in Denmark has at least one of these following three. We actually have something called pakkekalender, which directly translated is present calendar. It's usually a homemade calendar consisting of 24 different presents tied to the 24 different dates on some sort of fabric or rope. It can come in many different forms depending on the family, but usually the gifts are not that big. They're just little fun things which are completely useless, but the joy of waking up to a present every morning just overcomes the boring realization of receiving a Darth Vader pen. Actually, that sounds awesome. The 4 Sundays leading up to December 24th is called Advent, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th Sunday of Advent. Instead of giving each other a present calendar, many families just buy 4 bigger gifts for these 4 dates. And because it has to be 4 Sundays, the 1st Sunday of Advent is often held at the end of November. So we start Christmas pretty early here. My parents usually place the gifts under the Christmas tree every Sunday. It was really nice. This next calendar I'm going to mention, I'm almost certain that every kid has during December in Denmark. It's actually just called a Christmas calendar, but it is a candy calendar. It's usually a cardboard box decorated with 24 dated openings, and when you open one each day, you get a piece of candy. This can also be done with a Christmas stocking, which your parents or your spouse will put a piece of candy in while you're asleep. Then you get a piece of candy for breakfast. The next calendar I'm going to mention is a TV Christmas calendar. Denmark has 2 bigger channels called DR1 and TV2, and every year they take turns in creating a new Christmas TV series. And you guessed it, they have 24 episodes. They both show a Christmas TV series every year, but only one of them will get to have a brand new one. For example, this year it's DR1's turn to make the new one, and then TV2 are just showing an old classic from 1994. And it's actually my favorite one ever. Peace! The Danish Christmas calendar party don't stop with the presents. It can also be seen in our decorations, and these decorations are actually mandatory to have in your home during December in Denmark. We have calendar candles which again show the 24 different dates up until Christmas, and each day you have to bring the date of the day down. Wow, the date of the day down, the date of the day down. Again, it differs from family to family how this decoration looks like. Many people like doing these decorations themselves in clay, where they put the candle in the middle and surround it with Christmas and forest themed things, but I like it more simple. Or I like the chances of not setting my apartment on fire if I forget it is on. Same thing goes with what we call advent candles. Some like to do a big decoration out of it, and others like it simple and fireproof. Advent calendar candles, if you haven't guessed it yet, is 4 different candles stuck into some sort of decoration or candlestick. You light 1 candle on the 1st Sunday of Advent, you light 2 candles on the 2nd Sunday of Advent, and so on. You get it. The Danish Christmas tree is real. Like, it's a real tree. It's not made out of plastic. It has grown out of the ground. I can't address this enough. Some people even go out and cut down a tree themselves to bring back home. And even though the stores are beginning to sell these plastic trees, the market for the real ones are way bigger still. You can get them everywhere. When decorating the tree, we always put a gold or silver star on top of it. We mainly decorate it with festoons of Danish flags, which is, by the way, something only Danish people do, I think. We decorate it with little cornets containing cookies or candy, handmade paper hearts, small toy music instruments, Christmas crackers, and of course candlelights. Mostly fake, but even the fake candlelights are made to look like real candlesticks. I think a Danish Christmas tree is just very old school, and I love it. On December 13th, St. Lucia's Day is held, mostly in retirement homes, schools and other institutions like that. It's celebrated with small parades of young children walking in a line behind one another. They're mostly girls and they're all following the LUCIA bride. The LUCIA bride is often a taller blonde girl who, instead of holding a candlestick like the rest of the group, wears a wreath with 4 candlesticks in it. A social event which is both loved and feared is the annual Christmas lunches, or JULEFROKOST. Frederick was actually at one yesterday and he's still sleeping. It's not exactly a lunch since it's often held in the evening, but that's the name of it. These events extend beyond the family and is often held between friends, fellow students and colleagues from your workplace. And they can become a pretty embarrassing affair since drinking is mandatory. Every participant brings a dish of food and alcohol, and first you eat together and already then you start drinking something we call snaps or aquavit. Snaps is a foul-tasting Danish liquor which you drink as shots. There's a certain group pressure surrounding drinking at these types of parties, so make sure you have a ride home because your Danish friends won't allow you to go home sober. The days have a little forerunner for Christmas Eve, which is called Little Christmas Eve, and it is held on December 23rd. So creative. It's celebrated by eating rice pudding with cinnamon sugar on top and drinking non-alcoholic beer. Oh my god, Louise, non-alcoholic? In Denmark? Yes, I know. Blasphemy. The beer is something we call nisseøl, or if you translate it, gnome beer. In Denmark, December 24th is the night of our Christmas dinner and the night we get our presents. We don't have anything called Christmas morning on the 25th. We do it all on December 24th, so that is our real Christmas. Like, none of us can ever imagine opening our presents in the morning. Like, seriously? While the sun is up? Can you even do that? I have just woken up. Is it even safe? I guess some people do go to church in the morning on December 24th, but I also think they're a minority. Christmas really is more of a tradition here than it is a religious thing. Like, we don't celebrate Christmas to honor Jesus or any biblical character. We celebrate Christmas to be with our families and show them that we love them. I'm sure most of you have this too, but every Christmas Eve at 4 p.m. we all gather around the television to watch the annual Disney's Christmas show. It's the same every year except for a few teasers for new Disney creations, but we all love it anyway. I look forward to it every year, it's just nostalgia. A traditional Danish Christmas dinner consists of roast pork, roast duck or both, boiled potatoes, sugar brown potatoes, red cabbage, fresh potato chips and gravy. It's the best, it's my favorite dish. For dessert we get something called risalamande, which is basically rice pudding with whipped cream and loads of chopped up almonds in it. Now whoever makes the dish hides one intact almond in it, and whoever finds it while eating, no digging of course, gets an extra present. And the risalamande is served with hot cherry sauce. After the Christmas dinner we sing and dance around the Christmas tree. Well, the older you are, the more you just walk around it, but we do this before unwrapping the presents. Unlike the very well-known Christmas morning frenzy, in Denmark we unwrap the presents slowly, like one at a time. A present is picked from under the tree and whoever the tag says it belongs to gets to unwrap the present while everyone is watching. And this continues until all the presents are gone, so it can take hours if you are many people. Personally, I love that it's not just a quick event. The 25th and the 26th are public holidays in Denmark where everything is closed except for some supermarkets. Again, we don't have anything called Christmas morning on the 25th. So the 25th is just a hyggelig day for sleeping in, checking out your presents from the night before and watching a whole lot of traditional Christmas television. The 26th is often used for those Christmas lunches I talked about earlier, and after that it's off to the stores once more to prepare for yet another party. New Year's Eve. So that was it with this video, guys. I hope you are satisfied with my point of view on the Danish Christmas traditions. I obviously can't speak for everyone in Denmark, but I think it's safe to say that most Danish families celebrate their Christmas this way. Before I go, I have some information about next week. From the 25th of December until January 2nd, Frederick and I are going skiing in Bad Gastein in Austria. We've been saving for this trip all year and now we're finally going. We are going to be skiing into the new year. But here's the thing, because of my semester exam, I haven't had the time to prepare an extra video any of these previous weeks, so I don't really know what to do about that. I've been thinking I might just upload an extra videos one of the weeks in January. Would that be okay with you guys? I don't know, maybe I'll figure something else out. Anyway, have an awesome holiday, and until next time, leave a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to me if you want more, because I really hope to see your beautiful face in my next video. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year! Bye!